buckled in the backseat.
For Eyewitness Weather Forecast.
Let's recap the day that was. It's still snowy out there. The wind will pick up tonight, so the snow will tend to blow around a little bit. Granted, it's kind of that heavy, wet snow, but starting to see that dry out. And as we take a look at the numbers today, the storm didn't disappoint. It was a wide range of snow amounts, as you can see here across the valley and central New York. So 10 to 14 inches, New Hartford down to Secaucus. New York Mills has 11. Whitesboro, bit of an old report there at 6. Oneida has 11 inches on the ground. Over towards Frankfort, over a foot. Herkimer, lower elevation, only 5 inches. Ilion has 11. Down to the south, look at Cherry Valley and Worcester. There was an intense band of snow that set up over eastern parts of Otsego County earlier today. So 18 inches in Cherry Valley, 19 in Worcester, 8 in Cooperstown. Hartwick has 6 inches. Canajoharie in western and southwestern Montgomery County over a foot. 9.5 in Little Falls. Dolgeville coming in with 5. And some reports of upwards of 30 inches up over the heart of the Adirondacks. This is the view live right now on the arterial highway, mainly wet roads, so that's good. You know, we were talking, I was mentioning that high March sun angle. That energy gets down to the planet despite all the clouds, so that keeps the main roads in good shape. Now, side streets and untreated surfaces will be a little slushy and sloppy with a temperature of 32 degrees. Winds are going to start to pick up, humming away at 17 miles per hour out of the west-northwest, that is. So it'll turn blustery. The steady snow, which will be around through the evening, will slowly taper off as low temperatures drop down to around 25. So 32 now in Utica, Ilion. 33, 30 in Clinton, Rome at Griffiths, it's 32, 24 in Binghamton, 33 in Albany. Here's a look at the radar right now. Still some intense snow over eastern parts of New York State. Another little intense band just to the west out towards Syracuse. The snow a little bit lighter, Rome. Steady snow, but light snow in Utica. Into the Mohawk Valley, we've got some steady light snow around German Flats and Herkimer. And then down to the south into Otsego County. Still dealing with some steady light snow from Cherry Valley down to Worcester, through central parts of Otsego County to Edmonston. And then up north, snow starts to become a little bit more scattered in nature. So you can see the storm system gathering strength and finally making a shove to the east. So we'll see the steadiest of the snow taper by midnight to just some flurries. I think that's all that's going to be left over tomorrow. It's going to be breezy, but look what happens as we go into the finish of the day. Yeah, the sky might clear out. So I think maybe a good deal of sunshine around for sunset, and sunshine over to clouds on Thursday as a weak weather system tries to approach, probably produce some rain by Friday as temperatures get warm enough. So how much more? This is on top of what you already have. So kind of wipe the slate clean and then add 2 to 4 tonight, 3 to 6, if that much, as the storm slowly starts to taper down. We still have a winter storm warning in effect through the overnight, not because of the intensity of the snow, which will become lighter, but it'll turn windy, so there could be some blowing and drifting snow. There's your day tomorrow, low to mid-30s with the sky clearing out, still a frisky breeze. 35 the high, increasing clouds Thursday, 43, milder with rain showers developing for St. Patty's Day. And then turning colder again with some flurries over the weekend. No big storms. And then look at that, spring on Monday and Tuesday, sunny and 45. And yours truly is looking forward to some quiet weather.
I'm sure, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that spring weather right on cue.
Right on cue. However, I will say, we might not be done with this type of weather. We might not.
Yeah, we got to hold on to winter just a little bit long. Can't wish it away.
There's some indications next week that it could get a little interesting again.
Oh boy, we'll have to keep an eye on that one then. All right. Thanks, Craig. Let's take a look at what's coming up.
Now, your Eyewitness Weather Forecast.
Weather graphics are back. All right. Hey, good evening to you. I'm meteorologist Craig Flint. Let's review the day to day, the snowfall amounts. You know, last night I was with you saying I think many of us are going to end up with 8 to 12, 8 to 14. Proof's in the pudding right here. So a few spots like Whitesboro, that is an older report, only at about 6 inches, but I wouldn't be surprised if they've added a few. But almost a foot, New York Mills to New Hartford. And down to Sequoia, which is spelled correctly now. I got a couple of emails about it, so fix that for you. Look at Frankfort, over a foot of snow. Oneida had 11. Herkimer at 5. Down to the south, Otsego County. We were watching that band of heavy snow east side of the county today. Look at this from Cooperstown up to Cherry Valley down to Worcester. 19 to 24 inches of snow. And look at how much it drops off to the west. So Hartwick, Edmiston, 7, 8, 9 inches. Oneonta at 9 inches. Canajoharie, over a foot of snow in southwestern Montgomery County. 9.5 Little Falls, Dolgeville at 5 inches. So in the here and now, still some very light snow. 31, and winds are northwesterly and speedy. Now, the snow, which was that dense, wet, pasty type snow, has dried out. So as the wind picks up, this will tend to blow around a little bit. So watch for some areas of blowing and drifting snow. But the snow that's falling from the sky will taper with a low of 24. And that's why we still have the winter storm warning. It's not because of the intensity of the snow overnight. It's because we will have areas of blowing and drifting snow. Take a look at Doppler radar right now. Still, man, down in Otsego County dealing with some snow, stretching into Shenango and into parts of the Catskills. Lighter snow as you make your way north up into Herkimer County, Norway, Ohio. Drying out here in Oneida County, just flurries. Still some steady snow where they had 30 inches in Indian Lake. Up over the Adirondacks, and again, Otsego County still in some light to moderate snow. That'll be moving away, though. So we'll be able to call it a day with this storm. 31 right now, and you can see the storm really taking shape here just east of Boston and moving away. So it will take all of the leftovers with it. And then as you look back towards Detroit, Motor City, the sky is clearing. I think that's what gets in here through the afternoon. So there goes the rest of the snow tonight. Through the day tomorrow, there's your clearing sky. So by sunset, which is now after 7, we should have a good deal of sun just before. And then the clouds will start to increase again on Thursday. Additional accumulations tonight, most likely down to the south. Maybe 3, 4 inches, if that. The rest of the area pretty much done. So there's your day tomorrow. Temperatures into the low and mid 30s with the clearing sky. It will be windy though, so it'll be chilly. With a high of 35. Increasing clouds Thursday, not as cold by the afternoon, turning breezy 43, and then showers developing for St. Patrick's Day. For the wearing of the green, 46, turning colder over the weekend. Just some minor snow flurries, and right now, Monday and Tuesday look pretty. Temperatures in the mid-40s with sun as we get ready to welcome in spring and tell winter to get out of town.
Yeah. I'm excited to see some more sun, some clear skies in the forecast now that the sunset has moved a little bit later. No clouds in the way to block that beautiful view.
Yeah, Monday and Tuesday look pretty nice.
All right, I'm looking forward to it. Well, thanks, Craig. When we come back, a local star gearing up to lead her team to victory. Brendan Miller talks game all things basketball when we come back.
Eyewitness Weather Forecast.
Good evening to you. I'm Chief Meteorologist Craig Flint. It's been a long day, man. How you holding up? You good? The snow is over. That's the good news. Just some very light snow flurries left over. But the storm didn't disappoint. We'll take a look at some numbers after we take a look live right now downtown at the Arterial Highway on the INET. And you can see that there's not much going on. A couple things to point out here. You kind of notice the sheen on the roads here. With a temperature of 31, untreated surfaces are going to kind of refreeze tonight, with temperatures dropping into the 20s. The one thing that might help out and be an ally for us is that guy right there. That northwesterly wind will tend to dry things out. But the steady snow's over with, just some flurries, and those will continue to taper off. It'll turn blustery with lows in the 20s. I mentioned that we still have a winter storm warning. Why? Well, if the snow's over. That's because the wind is going to pick up. So this snow, which has been heavy and wet, has had a chance to dry out. And as the wind picks up, it'll tend to blow it around. So bottom line here as we go through the overnight, watch out for some areas of blowing and drifting snow. Any additional accumulation tonight will be very minor. 2 to 4, if that. Maybe a little bit steadier down into Otsego County. And man, Otsego County, the jackpot today, also up into the Adirondacks. Take a look at some of these numbers. So when you were with me last night, I was saying, look, 8 to 12, 8 to 14, pretty much right there, with a few exceptions. Now, Whitesboro, that's kind of an old report at 6 inches, but look at New York Mills, New Hartford, close to a foot, Oneida, Secaucus, with the correct spelling, at 16 inches, over a foot in Franklin. Also off to the east, 5 inches in Herkimer, 11 in Ilion. And I mentioned Otsego County. Look at Cherry Valley at 19. Worcester as well. There was a tremendous band of heavy snow that just kind of sat over the eastern part of Otsego County much of the day. Look at the amounts towards Hartwick at 9. Cooperstown, that one was a surprise, 24. Well, not really. I said locally 1 to 2 feet. 9 inches in Oneonta. Edmiston had 7. 9.5 in Little Falls, Dolgeville at 5 inches, and even Canajoharie, southwestern Montgomery County, over a foot of snow. Still have some light snow, mainly down to the south, where they already have way too much, right? So some flurries here locally. Also up into the Adirondacks, some light flurries and snow showers. By the way, Indian Lake, 31 inches of snow. And then down into Otsego County, finally the snow starting to exit the county. So we'll see the snow taper off to just flurries as we head through the overnight. And they should be all but a memory tomorrow. And then, hey, did you see that? The sky actually clears out. Remember, sunset's not until after 7. I think we're going to get into a pretty good deal of sunshine, especially late in the day. But here's the thing about tomorrow. Northwesterly winds will make it feel chilly with highs in the mid-30s. Then the clouds roll back in advance of the next weather system, which approaches on St. Patty's Day. And getting in the spirit there with the green, that means rain, not snow. Temperatures in the mid-40s by Friday. We're at 30 right now in Utica, 31 in Ilion, 27 Waterville. Clinton's checking in at 29, Griffiths Park and Rome at 31. 35, still snowing in Albany. Boston has just been getting hammered with rain and wind. 30 in the Cuse right now. And you can see that storm system moving away up into the Canadian Maritimes, getting out of Dodge. Really not our problem anymore. We'll kind of feel the indirect impacts of this nor'easter as it works its way up into the Canadian Maritimes in the form of just some leftover light snow flurries and a gusty wind on Wednesday. Down the road, 7-day forecast looks like this, so the sky should clear out, especially into the afternoon, 35, and then increasing clouds on Thursday. Not as cold by the afternoon at 43. There's the wet weather developing Friday for St. Patty's Day, 46, and then turning colder again Saturday, Sunday, just some minor flurries around. Spring officially arrives Monday. Should be a good deal of sunshine, and that should continue right into Tuesday. Milder air too, and sunshine. Life's coming back. Mid-40s, looks great.
Yeah, I think regardless of whether you got that 5 inches or 2 feet of snow, all of us here in central New York will be excited to see a little bit of snow, not have to worry about any shoveling, snow blowing.
Get a little melting here Thursday, Friday, and no matter what, we can say it's spring next Monday.
That's right. Pretty crazy to believe that it's already here.
I know.
All right, well, thanks, Greg. We'll be right back with more Eyewitness News. Stay with us.